Video for my photography slash Photoshop project. Now, first, the project was me learning how to use a camera and the difference between indoor and outdoor lighting and all the settings, the ISO, the zoom, all kinds of stuff like that, and just a few minor things in Photoshop like filters and sliders and brightness and all kinds of stuff like that. But see, the stuff I used was Photoshop, of course, over here, a DSLR camera, and a lot of tutorials on how to use the different settings on the camera and different lighting techniques. My plan, um, I followed it to the most part, and it's always good to have a plan when you're going through something like this, week by week project. Now, instead of the results, I'm going to show you a few of the things that I did to change these pictures. I haven't done anything to this one yet. This is just one of the pictures I took. A few of the things I did to the other ones were just along the lines of over here, the adjustments. As I changed the brightness and contrast until it looked pretty good to me. It's just different sliders and stuff over here. It looks too bright. Maybe something like that. And on some of them, I changed the hue and saturation. It makes that one changes all the different colors and stuff, and saturation, of course. Another one I used was the, where's it at? Exposure. That's what it was. Of course, the exposure is like some along the lines of this: offset, gamma correction. That's just a few of the things that I did. Now, I have examples somewhere. Examples of what I've taken are right here. These are some of the pictures I took just using the normal camera settings and all that kind of stuff. And a few of the ones that I changed over here. For this one, I used the hue and saturation, and I just selected the one area, which was the flower. For this one, I actually took two separate pictures. You might be able to tell. And I cropped out one and put it onto the other one. And for this one, I really like this one. I don't know why, but I just took it and I adjusted the brightness over here, and then I went over and I changed the vibrance actually until it came up with something like this, and then I went ahead and added a filter to it, which added a little lens flare, and filters are up here, and you can go through, and there's a whole bunch of different preset ones, and you can add adjustments to them after you click on them. And this one, just messed with a few of the different brightness and saturation and that kind of stuff. This one, same thing as the last one. And, well, for the entire project was pretty fun doing it. And it's a lot harder to use a camera than most people think. You gotta know exactly, like, where all your light source is coming from. Make sure that you don't have any shadows in it you don't want, and I prefer to use the manual mode on the ISO because the auto adjust on it is not, in my opinion, the greatest. So overall, it was a really fun project, and I enjoyed doing it. It turned out pretty well.